Chair, Secretary General, colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to present the Commonwealth of Learning. As you know, COL was established by Commonwealth heads of government when they met in Vancouver for Chogam 1987. Our mission is to help Commonwealth member states and institutions to use distance learning and technologies for expanding access to education and training. COL believes that learning is the key to sustainable development. Learning must lead to opportunities for economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental conservation. COL's work is organized in two sectors, education and skills, with gender as a cross-cutting theme. The strategy is to harness the potential of existing and emerging technologies to achieve development outcomes. The 21st Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers explored the theme of rethinking education for innovation, growth, sustainability. In his keynote at the conference, President Uhuru Kenyatta described COL as an engine of innovation. As the only Commonwealth intergovernmental organization dedicated entirely to education and training, let me share some examples of how COL is taking this forward. First, innovations. Without innovations, there can be no rethinking of education. And for COL, innovations are not just about technologies, but also about models, methods, and processes that can be replicated in different contexts for scale, sustainability, and inclusion. As teachers pivoted to emergency remote teaching during the pandemic, lack of capacity in ICT for teaching and learning was a major barrier. In order to address this issue, COL has since trained tens of thousands of teachers by directly offering massive open online courses or MOOCs on various topics, including ICT integration, authentic assessment, and self-directed learning. But MOOCs require computers and connectivity. And we know that everybody in the Commonwealth is not connected. COL's Mobi MOOC is an innovation that allows farmers to access lifelong learning using their basic mobile phones. COL developed AptSpy, a low-cost offline virtual classroom that provides learners in remote locations with access to quality digital resources. It's a server that works with a solar charger and a wireless router. This has been successfully deployed in 13 countries. COL initiated an ICT augmentation project to help small states and least developed countries in the Commonwealth to build resilience by providing specific equipment, solar panels, connectivity, and capacity building. This is being implemented with partner institutions in 7 countries. Second, growth. Providing access to education is no longer enough. We also need to provide opportunities for livelihoods. Since the pandemic, the COL Coursera Workforce Recovery Project and partnerships with Google and Udemy offered free skilling and reskilling opportunities to over 350,000 Commonwealth citizens. Even though connectivity was often a challenge, learners used mobile devices or library facilities. COL supported the establishment of help desks in ministries to provide learner support, leading to high completion rates. Our Girls Inspire initiative has trained 127,000 women and girls for livelihoods in remote regions in 10 countries. The Commonwealth Executive MBA program is offered by universities in 12 countries, and a study indicates that graduates of this program saw an increase of 38% in their monthly income, and every dollar invested resulted in $3.4 of direct returns to the learners. In Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, CALL supported women to start agri-enterprises, and a research study concludes that learning leads to empowerment. And for every 1% increase in empowerment, there is a 2.3% increase in profits. Third, sustainability. The biggest challenge of the next decade will be the climate crisis, and this will have a huge impact on education. Open and distance learning can be a viable means to mitigate this crisis. The Commonwealth has 33 open universities that provide tertiary education to over 5 million learners each year at about half the cost of campus education and with comparable outcomes. These open universities remained open when other institutions had to close during the pandemic. In addition to the many benefits of distance learning, it also has a low carbon footprint. CALL conducted a study in Botswana, which found that the average carbon footprint of the distance learner is nearly 3 times lower than that of the campus counterpart. CALL's virtual university for small states of the Commonwealth offered MOOCs on the blue economy, and all resources developed are available as open educational resources, or OER, for anyone to adopt or adapt. CALL's Green Teacher Program is offered by the National Teachers Institute Nigeria to thousands of teachers who are already inculcating environmental concerns among their students. Last year, CALL presented a report to Commonwealth Ministers of Education entitled Transforming Education for Climate Action. This provides a roadmap for how ministers of education can climate-proof education systems and provide education that leads to climate action. We need to adopt a green learning agenda, which has 3 dimensions. And this, of course, includes blue skills as well. Developing the skills for green jobs, green life skills for a more sustainable future, and skills for a green transformation that addresses social justice. Ministries of education can adopt a whole of government approach for greater policy coherence and coordination. Institutions can strengthen their resilience by promoting research, climate literacy, and building the capacity of staff to implement a green learning agenda. Individuals need to be empowered, especially youth, at every level of education to change their behaviors and become powerful champions of environmental conservation and climate justice. These excellencies are a few examples of how CALL is promoting innovations, growth, and sustainability. In the post-pandemic era, CALL is your organization and it works for you. Please make full use of our expertise and resources. And with that, let me thank you for your kind attention.